Well, let's see. It's Saturday, so I bet a lot of them today are
you're right.
doing. This is like kind of their morning to have fun. You know what? Everyone in New York really likes to go have brunch. All the I'll say all the people that can afford to really like to go have brunch. That would not include us. Hi.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, how are you?
Good to see you again.
Good to see you. I was kind of like wondering if that was you. I'm like, how many people are there?
Yeah. Not a lot. I don't see too many other people.
I usually see some like down by the pond.
Yeah, actually, it's funny. This is my father-in-law.
Hi, how are you?
I
Got a
don't.
big fan over
Yeah,
here.
she follows me on Instagram, and we've talked with your daughter a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, my
but-
daughter is just in awe.
Yeah, they're very
We've
nice.
sat stood next to him in pouring rain watching.
Yeah, but
Always a lady,
I have seen people over at that turtle pond. When my dad was here a few months ago, we went over there to paint, and we were working, and then this whole class came over, and it's like I think we took their spot. I felt like I was on someone else's territory or something. But it's like, hey, we were there first.
Gotta move over.
Yeah.
Do you always start with blue? Because I've seen you like, at this point, other times, so you always kind of put down the.
I kind of just evolved into doing that. I used to start with just all different kinds, or just I would mix up like gray with all my colors. But just for simplicity and time's sake, I've just kind of gone to going with blue, especially when there's a lot of green. But even aside from that, shadows when you're outside are usually cool.
Yeah.
And blue is the coolest color on my palette.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of
You
like
already have that.
you already have that in there, and then you can use red if you want to warm that up a little. You can use white if you want to even cool it down more. So it kind of gives you a good place to start. It's all about like being very efficient when you're out here because things change so fast. So I'm like, if I'm gonna do this drawing is all about getting the lights and darks in. And if it's going to be about getting the lights and darks, let's make the darks close to what the shadows that I'm seeing are. And you kind of have to distill that down to one color.
That's an interesting color you have up there.
Yeah, this yellow color.
Yeah, I wouldn't have quite thought that you might do that.
Yeah, well, so what I'm trying to do right now is really just indicate the lightest parts where the sun is shining on the castle.
Wow.
And oh, absolutely, come by. Stay as long as you'd like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm just right now I'm just trying to put like where I see the light, like the simple light forms. And light is from the sun, right? So what color is the sun? Yellowish, orangish.
Okay.
So even if I don't see that color on these things, I'm going to paint the light. And as the painting goes along, I'll eventually adjust things to look a little bit more like that. But starting with a base of what color light is, which is orangish, yellowish, warm, from the sun, gives me a good starting point. You know what I mean?
Wow.
If I were to just say paint it a gray color, it would be the right color, but it wouldn't, when the painting's finished, it wouldn't have that light feeling that I wanted to have. And that's something, that it took me a little while to learn. And you can always, with oil paint, you can always change as you're going along. So it certainly won't be these colors at the end. But right now, this is as close as I can get to getting the color of light on this, and I'll just go with it.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for stopping.
Oh, what a nice thing to have a work in progress.
Perfect day.
Yeah, it is. Very nice day. Have a good one. Thank you. Yeah, so obviously a lot of light on these things.
Yeah. They're all almost the brightest thing
Yeah.
out there.
They really are. I think they might be the brightest thing. I think they're brighter
Yeah.
than the sky, actually. Good observation.
And, oh no, you are. I thought you weren't gonna paint that kind of square modern building back there, but
Yeah.
I see that you have.
I was thinking about not doing it. I shifted it over a little bit because it was so right behind this
Yeah.
that I think it wouldn't have really read as it should. But I did want to just still include it because that is out there and that is part of the urban landscape that we see. If it just seemed like as I'm painting that, you know, this thing being here just isn't going to make this painting look right, I wouldn't hesitate just to cover it up with sky. But I like to try to like start out reflecting as much of, you know, what the true environment is.
Uh-huh.
So
Also
do you
depends
take
on
the
how
linseed oil and you just mix it with the paint and then start painting?
Yeah.
Because
So
I just went with the thick blobs. And
Yeah.
I was using palette knife and just, you know,
yeah, it just depends on like
having fun.
how you want to do it and what's comfortable.
but that makes it thinner. and,
Usually, a good way of being able to have a little more control over what you want to put on the painting is starting thin. They call it fat over lean. So you start thin, and then as the painting progresses, you go thicker and thicker.
okay, so I have to start thin and then
yeah.
build it up. Okay.
And as it goes along, thicker and thicker, and that way it's easier to cover what you've already done with thicker paint over thinner.
Right.
It'll stick over it, and it's easier to change it. So like you start really thick, it's harder to make that darker or lighter. It kind of wants to just go to a middle value. So that's why I like with the drawing I use a lot. It's almost like ink consistency with the drawing, and then as I put the first layers, it's a little bit thicker, and then by the end, maybe I'm not using even any mineral spirits.
Okay.
Usually I use some, but you know, if I really want like a nice thick passage, I won't. But it's just all personal preference. So like, if it's fun to not, that's fine too. You know, it's just like how I do it. You kind of, as you do paintings, you find what you like personally.
Yeah,
and,
I guess,
and a lot of
you know,
times,
the thing is you just have to start painting.
yeah, and a lot of times it'll differ from how people say that. If there's people out
Your
there that
dog
say,
jumped the fence.
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
I know. She's Rosie, I have my eyes on you. Well, nice bumping into you. Thank
Always.
you.
Yeah, always.
We are definitely gonna watch some videos today.
Okay, great. Yeah, I try to make them fun. Because I'm not as much about telling people this is how you should paint.
Right.
But if
It's
you want to
more
watch
like-
how I paint and pick up some things from it, you know, you can definitely get some stuff from what I do. And then I'm always open to answering questions, like just like what you're doing. So,
Something.
Yeah.
Right. I love seeing the progress. Like,
Yeah.
you know, when it's fed off. Wow.
yeah, I do a lot of time like speaking.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Very excited. Cool.
Thanks.
I know what we're doing today.
Than's for saying hi.
Sure.
We'll see
thank
you.
you.
We'll see you soon.
I still have not purchased a painting, but I know I will.
That's okay. Yeah,
I love the colors and
Yeah.
they just go so well with the you know what we have going on.
yeah,
So I just have to find,
yeah. Just keep your eye out. I'll keep painting. So.
I know you will.
Have a good one. See, people are you meet like she's come by when I've been in the city, and then that other gentleman who came by. I don't remember. I don't think I ever talked to him. Maybe for a moment, but sometimes people, when they see you the first time, they're like, I don't want to bother him. But then they see you again, and they're like, maybe I'll say hi.